Greetings and welcome to the Neurotheology YouTube channel's Reasons to Read series. In this episode, I will talk about Wired to Connect by Dr. Amy Banks. This book is excellent, has tons of resources. I think the biggest reason to read it is that the more we have connection, healthy, safe connection with others, with friends, family, people that we can love and love us, the healthier we're going to be. And she gives a lot of the neuroscience, makes it very simple in terms of how we're rewarded in our healthy relationships and helping us find more healthy relationships. She talks about a program called the CARE program, which has 4 components. There's calm, accepted, resonant, and energetic. So in our relationships, when we have calm and peaceful relationships, what happens is our vagus nerve, and I've had other videos on this channel about the vagus nerve and how the more calm we are, the more access we have to our prefrontal cortex. So having calm relationships helps us be able to engage more, being accepted. She has some interesting information in the book on our anterior cingulate cortex, especially our dorsal, which means the upper area of our anterior cingulate cortex, how in social rejection, it's actually painful. I've talked in other videos on my channel about how we have a pain matrix, and with how we mirror, we can experience pain. In empathy, we can experience, we can have a pain when we empathize with others, but in social rejection also, through our dorsal anterior cingulate cortex, we feel social rejection. So having deep, loving relationships with family and friends is so important to us. So being that accepted, that second part of her 4-part program. Resonating, the more we use our mirror neuron systems, the more we engage others, predicting, imitating, and then also understanding their intentions, the stronger our mirror neuron systems are going to be, and the healthier we're going to be. So being able to resonate with others, very helpful. And then her last point on the 4 points is being energetic. So having energetic relationships, healthy relationships. We're rewarded with dopamine, is often called a reward neurotransmitter, that we're rewarded in our social relationships that give us love, and we feel more energy, enthusiasm. So those are her 4 parts, but she really makes it very simple with the neuroscience. Lots of other resources out there if you're interested in the neuroscience of connection and mirror neurons. John and Stephanie Cacioppo, they have a book called Introduction to Social Neuroscience, talks a lot about our social interconnections and the neuroscience of that, and that they do a lot in terms of loneliness and how loneliness is really, it's deadly. I mean, that oftentimes, even with social media, we feel very connected, but having intimate relationships with close friends, face-to-face, can be so good for us. Other resource, I've done a video on the temporal parietal junction and right brain psychotherapy, Alan Shore's book, excellent book, also talks about our interconnectedness and how when we connect with others, that we're really strengthening our brains and engaging, and it's very healthy for us. So a lot of other resources out there, but this is an excellent one. One other reason to read it, she talks about mirror neuron systems. Most scientists at this point don't believe that mirror neurons are specifically different in themselves, but it's more that the systems, how our brain neurons as a system work to help us imitate, help us predict the goals and intentions of others. So our mirror neuron systems are highly important for us, but she gives us a background in terms of some of how they were discovered. Giacomo Rizzolatti, she talks about, University of Parma in the 1990s, the first discoveries of mirror neuron systems. So it's also another excellent resource in this book. So plenty of reasons to read it. Highly recommend it to you. If you're looking for other neuroscience resources, I have christianneuroscience.com, tons of resources for Christians looking for neuroscience to help them grow in their faith. And also I have spiritual neuroscience that has lots of resources that are much more secular and interfaith. So hope those are helpful for you. Hope you enjoy this book, and thanks for being here.